That last show was really emotional for so many reasons. First of all, being a parent and knowing that you make a choice to never give up on your kids regardless of where they're at in their life. And then number two, wanting the frustration of wanting your kids to wake up even in their adult life, looking at the frustration that they're not doing anything even though they're blaming, you're screaming, you're yelling, you're telling them everything and they're still not listening. And I guess the third part is seeing the pain, the emotional pain that builds up throughout the years that we don't pay attention to, and that if we don't deal with it in that moment, we start dealing it throughout the years with drugs, alcohol, sex. I mean, there's so many people that use different avenues that deal with that kind of pain. But for me, when I saw that, definitely was a confirmation that he was not a man. And not a negative sense, that he's still a little boy was when he went out and he's like, Mom, I love you. And the way that he embraced his mom, that was a moment where you completely saw it. Like, as me as a parent, I could see he's still a little boy. He's dealing with all these emotions.
Yeah, you know, I was sitting there thinking, wow, as an African-American mom raising a son, and I have a son, how difficult it is. And I know her biggest fear is that he's going to end up in jail again or even dead because he's making such bad choices. And how his logic is just so twisted. I mean, this sense that his mother is somehow responsible for where he is because she treated him too well. She was like, too good for me. You gave me good schools and a good neighborhood, and because of that, I didn't have the tools to grow up. And I told Judy, I said, look, this kid wrote in about his mother, but he was really writing in about himself. It was the biggest cry for help that we've seen, I think, all day.
I think one thing that we could really pay attention to, that not only was he crying, but he's crying because he's been given all of these amazing blessings, right? And then he's feeling this level of expectation that he's not meeting. Therefore, he feels like a failure. Therefore, it's everybody else's fault because it's so hard to take responsibility and say, I'm the one at fault. I have to do something. And he just has no sense of direction. You know,
he kind of manipulated us, though, I think, with the crying. Because, you know, we had a whole laundry list of things.
Oh, no, when he started crying, I broke down when he went and hugged his mom. And I was like, oh, my God.
We were supposed to talk about the lack of jobs and, you know, how he's been smoking weed every day and just all his lack of responsibility with his own two sons. But none of that really matters because if he doesn't heal and deal with his addiction, he can't deal with really anything. Be a parent to those two boys.
He can't hold a job. There's just so many things. He can't have a healthy relationship. And his mom was at a point of frustration where she was yelling. But
she couldn't.
But the great thing about Face the Truth is that not only do you get takeaways, but you get actual therapy and actual help that's not going to be just one day, that is consistent. So I'm happy that he was able to go.
He got a car to go to a 90-day program that would cost thousands of dollars. And he didn't hesitate. You know, we've had some guests that said, he's like, not ready.
No, as soon as he
about it. He was like,
I'm out.
Where's the car?
Yeah, no, he just turned around. He heard that. He turned, Mom, I'm leaving. And he was just crying and he went.
Where's the car? So today was a good day. And I think it was a transformative day. And, you know, his life was changed forever.
Absolutely. And it was a choice. And he made it. So.